Hello. Okay, so today is a Thursday. It's Thursday night right now, and I just wanted to do a small little introduction of what I'm going to be doing for the weekend. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to be taking a small little mental health break, a small mini vacation for myself, and that's going to go throughout the weekend till Sunday. And I'll try vlogging all of these days. I have some activities planned out for myself that I will be doing across these 3 days, as well as just chilling around and sleeping and, spending time alone and doing things that I like. Now, the reason for me taking a break and the reason for me doing these activities or just how important it is for people to take break, I will explain tomorrow in the morning when I'm doing my first activity. Hopefully, I'll be able to talk. But yeah, and I just wanted to do a small little introduction before I went to bed, just to get the state of how I am right now. And I'm gonna finish up some work before I head into tomorrow, and yeah, begin my vacation. So it's Friday now, and I have just woken up, and I kind of messed up. I am behind schedule. It's right now 6:30. I don't know if it can be seen. Okay, come. It's 6:30, and I was supposed to wake up at 5:30 to start one of the activities, but I didn't. So I'm gonna go freshen up, um, and then do my activity for the day, and try to chill a little bit, and try to not make it like any other day. And yeah, hopefully it goes well. So, peace. Alright, so let's begin my first activity, which basically is something that I used to do. Okay, I'm not gonna move around too much. It's something that I used to do every day, uh, last month and the month before, but I kind of stopped, and that is also one reason why I am doing this break, is because I want to continue the things that I used to do, the healthy things that I used to do, and get rid of the non-healthy things that I am doing. So we're gonna do a little bit of bicycle and crisscross and a little bit of exercising, maybe a little bit of weights, maybe on the mat, and for a few minutes, no, maybe an hour or half an hour. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, we're gonna do that now. Okay, so currently I'm warming up because it's important to warm up, and I'm also not done in a long time. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So basically, these are some things that I would do at a gym. Uh, just a few exercises that I can do at home that I used to do there. And yeah, because of the pandemic, I haven't been going to the gym because the gyms are closed. So home gym. I am currently taking my break because it's been a while. So okay, train is gonna come here. So basically, the reason I am doing this weekend is because, well, like I said, there are certain things that I used to do that I no longer do, that I would like to go back to doing. One of them being workouts and exercises, just small ones, home workouts. And secondly, being a little more motivated when it comes to my work. Uh, working with the same kind of motivation as I did 2 years ago or a year ago before the pandemic, uh, where I was slightly more motivated to do things and more new to it. So I want to keep that going because I still love the work I do. It's just I don't have any motivation to do it. And I think that's mainly because of the situation right now and me just staying home. So I just needed to get away. I just needed a place where I could go alone, clear my head, and yeah, start again, like restart, basically. So where I'm gonna go is, well, we'll see that tomorrow because I'm going there tomorrow, and I'll be there for 2 days. That is tomorrow and the day after. Because today I have an activity that is for here where I am, and it has to do with my room. But that we will come to later. Alright, so back down from the cycle and on the mat now. So I do not want to do any weights today because I haven't done any in a very, very long time. And I want to save some core exercises and things that I can do without weights for tomorrow because I wouldn't be here. Or maybe I will. We'll see. So yeah, I'm going to do some stretches, just basic stretches for a while, and just get the blood flowing. And yeah, inside, take a shower or a bath, and then I am going to head down for breakfast. So let's go. Let me clear up this first. Okay, so now it is shower time, so I'm gonna go take a shower and I will see y'all now.
Where's the hole? Back left.
Okay, so I am done with my shower, bath, basically, wash my hair, and now I'm gonna have breakfast. What is the time? So currently, it is 7:53. I don't know if you can see, but it's almost 8, and I woke up at 6:30. I think I'm going at a good pace. Yeah, I think I'm good. There I got my breakfast, my egg to toast, and star fruit. Let's get started. Currently, it is 8:30. Okay, on the clock, and we're gonna start with our first activity. Now, here are my activities. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. I've got about 16 or so that I need to do. But because this vlog is about me taking a break, I'm going to do things the way I normally do. I want to work efficiently, do what I want to do efficiently, and also be able to be motivated at all times and not be distracted by basically my bed, which is currently unmade, and I will get to that. So every time I start my project, like before I start a project, I clean my room. No matter how clean it is, I still clean it. Today, and basically this is where I work, how I work. There's clothes there. Let's forget about them. This is my desk. Okay, I sit there, this is my desk, and this is the bed. So like 1 foot away, 1 foot away is my bed. So I generally get distracted by the bed, and my laptop ends up on the bed instead of at the table. So what I want to do is I wanted to transform this space kind of do like a whole DIY because it's, well, I painted it and it's all dirty. So I wanted to make like a marble effect of sorts. And I'm gonna work on that. And I'm also gonna clean my room. So that is the first task of today. Clean the room, do my DIY table thingy. And it's probably gonna take me a very long time because things need to dry. I need to sand this and clean it. And yeah, usually cleaning my room takes a whole day because I'm not only cleaning my room, but I'm also cleaning my cupboards. Today I'm not going to clean my cupboard because that's just going to take a long time. And I don't have the energy for that. So I'm just going to clean my room, set it up a little differently maybe. Maybe move the bed a little bit. I'm not sure about moving the bed, but maybe I'll move the bed. And yeah, so the main task of today is this area. And hopefully after I'm done with this area looks good. Very good. So let's do this. Okay, let's get cracking. I need to remove everything that's on here. Take it outside. Or maybe here. Maybe I'll take it here. No, there's not enough space. So I'm not going to take it here. I'm going to take it outside where I was working out this morning. And yeah, let's see how it goes. So what I'm going to do is scrape all of this off, sand it down a little bit. If there are any holes, like here, fill them with something, and here as well. So I will fill up the holes, sand it down, let it dry a little bit, and then I am going to start my work. And then paint it, do the whole marble effect, and then I'm going to do it. All right? Okay. I brought it out here, which is easy. Plus, it stays out of the rain. So let's get this done. Okay, so now I'm just gonna set it up there, get the stuff that I need, sandpaper it down. You're gonna watch the whole process in fast forward. And then yeah, let's see the finished product. Okay, so updates on the camera. It died. So I'm using my phone now because that camera died, and that's a shame. So I'm gonna carry on sanding this thing with my phone, and then occasionally using this camera to get the close-up shots or something. Now, what I'm going to do next is I am going to put some of this wax into these holes here, and here, and here, I think these are all like drill holes or whatever. So I'm gonna put some of the wax in them to fill it up, sand it down one last time, and yeah, get to work on. So I've managed to fill all of the holes as neatly as I could. I'm gonna sand this down, prepare my colors, and get cracking. And it's sunny outside. Alright, so this is done, and now I am going to just kind of mix my colors and see what I'm gonna do. Alright, so basically, what I want to do with my table is what I have on my throat. So I'm making like a marble effect. So there is a little bit of blue and a little bit of brown, but instead of brown, maybe I'll put gold. And let's see how it turns out. Let's go.
So at this point, the audio just went from being bad to worse. It just started becoming very, very bad. It was just horrendous. It was raining outside. Or it wasn't raining outside. I think there was just noise outside. So I decided I'll just do a voiceover because this is an important part that I want everyone to listen in to. Because I was talking about what mental health is and why it's important to take a mental health break and why I am actually vlogging my mental health break. So first off, what mental health is. Many people think that mental health, or you should go to a psychologist, or you should take a break when you're depressed, or when you are seeing some kind of signs that people talk about, like not being able to wake up, get out of bed, or just anxiety attacks and things like that. But that's not really true. That's not entirely true. Mental health is also when you aren't able to function or work the way you normally do. Like for me right now at this point, I was pretty pent up. Like I was burnt out from doing nothing. And that was why I took my mental health break. It was I was in a bad state. I wouldn't wake up I would wake up in the morning and wouldn't get out of bed. I wouldn't feel motivated to do anything. And so it went on for months. And that's when I decided that I should take a break from just everything, from social media, everything. So that's what I did, basically. And that's what people should do. That's why you should take a mental health break. When you can't function well, when you just don't feel motivated to do the things that you once liked doing, or when you're just working day in and day out. And even though you're not feeling the effects of your work or your struggle and your grinding, it's just, it's going to come out and bite you later. So just take a break. Just take a break. If you're going to be working 6 days a week, every day, then take a break on a Sunday. Don't do anything. And when I say take a break, I do not mean go out, party, or drink, or anything. Socialize, yes, but socialize doesn't mean you need to party in the night, because then that's going to just be a vicious cycle where you're just going to be tired and tired and tired. And because you're partying on your break, you're still going to be tired the next day. So take a break wherein you relax, basically. If you want to socialize with your friends, make sure the socializing is just y'all chilling about. Just maybe going out for lunch or going out for some kind of activity or just something like that. Now, in this pandemic, you can't really socialize much with people. So do the things that you would once do when were relaxing, or just do your interest, whatever your hobbies and your interests are that you don't do anymore because of work and because of your schedule. So that's why you should take a mental health break. It just calms you down. It relaxes you. It kind of reboots your system. Basically, it lets you go on further. It doesn't let you burn out from the daily routine and the daily struggle and the daily stresses and everything. And if your body is tired, then you just rest, just sleep. That's fine. It's fine if you sleep on your mental health break. It's fine if you just laze about. That's okay, because you know that when you start a new day, it's going to be another struggle again for the next week. So yeah, take a mental health break. Why am I vlogging this mental health break is because I feel it's important for people to see what it's like to take a mental health break, because a lot of people have like a misconception or feel that mental health breaks are expensive, or that you need to go somewhere, or you need to do certain things, or it's not a list of things you have to do. I made a list because I wanted some kind of direction, but it's not like you have to say, okay, Kelly's done this, that means I have to do this. No, you just do things that you're interested in doing. Now, I am interested in painting, so I did this. I'm interested in DIY, so I did this. Also, doing up my table is like for future motivation, because when I see a clean table, a nicely done table, a very aesthetically pleasing table, I feel motivated. It might not turn out the way I wanted to turn out, but I still feel motivated. But it did turn out, because this is the future me talking. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So that is why I'm vlogging it. I'm vlogging it just to show everyone that the transition, or how things that happen during a mental health break, or what you do during that break, can actually be good for you later, and that is important. So, and I think it's important that people also see what it's like to be on a mental, just so that they can relate, or just so that they get an idea or an example of what they can do, because some people just do not know where to start. So yeah, that was what I was talking about, I think, and that is what I wanted to relay, basically. Enjoy the rest of the video.
I got myself some lemonade. Went downstairs. I made some lemonade. Waiting for. I think it's dried. I think it's pretty dry. Probably wait for another couple of minutes because it looks a little shiny here. For it to completely dry, and then maybe I'll put a coat with less water on it, just to, you know, get it all coated in white. And then I'll see what I'll do. I want the whole marble effect. So let's see how it goes. I'm gonna drink my lemonade slash ginger lemonade and see what happens. So it has dried, so we can get back. Wait. I think. Okay, so I kind of screwed up just a little bit, just a teeny bit. Put it on a second coat, but I kind of left water on for too long over here. So if you can see, it's kind of peeled away the paint, the first coat. So I'm just gonna let this dry and see what I can do from there. Hopefully it works. The third coat will be the final one, where I just put white, no water, and then I'm gonna add in the color. So let's see how it goes. Alright, here comes the fun part. Let's see if it works. So I put on the third coat, and I changed my brush because that one was very crispy. So I put on the third coat, and now I'm gonna pour some of this color and try to make them all effect. See how it goes. Well, doesn't go well. Shit. See how it goes? Okay, this is not what I imagined it to be, but just roll with it. Okay, trust the process here. Okay. I think it looks kind of decent. Maybe not very marbly yet. I still have to add like the gold accents, but I still think it looks good. And it still needs like a little bit of finishing touch. So it has potential. I just screwed it up. Alright, let's see where this goes. Could have just screwed it up. So I don't think it's marble. Like, I don't think it's got that marble effect. However, the gold. Look at that gold. So I think it's good. I mean, looks good. Okay. I'm gonna let this dry for a bit. The gold has kind of already dried, but I'm still gonna let it dry for just a little bit. While I read how to use this, because I've never used it before. And I'm gonna now go and read what are the instructions, what do I need, blah blah blah, and what I have to do. Okay. So okay, sorry to rain. So I'm gonna be quick with this. So now I'm using art resin, epoxy art resin, that is gonna basically coat this whole table and make it water resistant and stain resistant. And for that, I need my gloves, I need my mask, and using my glasses as eye protection. So I follow all the instructions. It's going to be 2 parts of this with 1 part of the hardening, the hardener, and I'm going to mix it up in this using these, and then I'm going to pour it over here. Alright, so right there, there. So You know what? I'm completely gassed. I mean, this looks amazing. Can you see the reflection? It's reflecting. There are a bit of imperfections. However, this being my first time using resin, it's been amazing. I made some mistakes with the quantity that needs to be used and blah blah blah, but everything worked well in the end. So after I finished the table, I had lunch, and then I just relaxed a bit. I cleaned my room about 2 hours ago, I think. I played a little bit of. I played some cards with the family outside, sat outside, enjoyed the evening, and it was good. I think the second half of my day was just sitting around, lying around. But I wasn't really on social media, or I wasn't doing the things that I would be doing otherwise. So, yeah, that's all. Peace. Alright, so right now it is 10, 10 past 10 in the night. And I finished the day. It's been amazing. Amazing in the sense I didn't really feel drained out. Like most of my days, I would do nothing, like no work, don't use my head, don't use my body. I would just be lying around watching videos or just lying around playing on my phone. And I would feel my energy drain out. But today, even though I moved my bed around, I moved the table around, and sanded the table, yeah, I'm not feeling tired. I'm quite energized. I'm still awake, and I'm not irritated. And that's just one day. One day. Maybe it's just in my head, but I don't know. So, I've cleaned my room, sort of. I have put on a new bed sheet. I have all my stuff. I put them down there. And the table is out here. It is currently in the process of being cured, but I think it looks amazing. The camera really doesn't do it justice, but it looks amazing. Really amazing. And I can touch it now. It's kind of hardened to touch, but it still needs another 12 to 24 hours to cure. So, I have one more task for today before I go to bed, and I am going to do that now. What I was planning on doing is putting up a small little chalk wall so that I can write out things I need to do, and this is where I was planning on putting it, or I was planning on putting it somewhere out here. Now, it's not a board. I am just going to use some chalk paint and yeah, probably use black. And I'm just gonna paint like 2 layers and do that. So yeah, once I decide where I'm gonna put it, paint it, I will and finish that and then go to bed. And then tomorrow is day 2. So anyways, good night. So I've completed my little chalk wall, and this is what it looks like. Now I can write on here with a chalk.
you.
There's a fun technique you could do. You could just go out here and just water.
This line goes there.
It is morning of day 2 of my mental health break, and I woke up late. It is 8 o'clock at the moment, and yeah, I woke up late. So I'm gonna freshen up, pack a few things, get things in order, and then we'll probably be somewhere else. Oh, have breakfast too. Yeah, I'm gonna do my stuff.
Walking away, your words are lost on me. It's taking everything not to turn around. Throw it away, see if you'll let go of me when you're not holding me. I can see it now. Hey, when I lose, but if I'm gonna lose you, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm like, oh shit, I've been doing this a lot.